So, like many of you, I just heard about Sram's new release of their Eagle transmission. Great news, right? Maybe, unless you're like me and you just bought less than a year ago a brand new bike and invested into their previous AXS shifting system. Well, today I want to look at the new system and try to answer the question, is it worth upgrading your current AXS system to the new system, or are you better off just to wait until you buy a new bike and put that system? Because spoiler alert, it's crazy expensive. So without further ado, let's get into it. Grant, Roo bike. Alright, so like I said, last year I purchased this guy, the Pivot Trail 429. It's a 2022 model, and when I was building it out, I said, hey, let's throw on the Sram X01 AXS group set, and I would love to give that a shot, right? And to be honest, I couldn't have been happier with my choice. Out of all of the new features and components I tried on this particular build, my top favorites, these carbon rims and the electronic shifting. It's phenomenal. It's so fast and it sounds crazy cool and it just works for me. I haven't had any problems with it. So when I saw the new release, I was excited, right? Maybe I can upgrade bits and pieces here. Maybe, you know. So SRAM's referring to their new set as a transmission system, right? And it's literally that. Everything about this is meant to work as a cohesive group, not to be added or, you know, backwards compatible to these older systems. You know, the cassette works with the chain, works with the derailleur, works with the crank, and all of that together creates a system. Although one caveat to that system is the shifter button, they call it a pod, and it does appear to be the only part that is backwards compatible with this particular system. So that might be good news if you just want a different pod and you're like me and you don't like the current look and the ergo of the existing one. Let's just get to it, right? It's crazy expensive. You're looking at, on the low end, about $1,600. My current bike, I have it spec'd out at the X01 series, right? The X01 series in their new lineup, XO Eagle transmission, is for those who put up or shut up and don't have time to worry about their componentry. Put up or shut up, I don't know exactly what that means. It sounds a little intimidating. Next, it looks a little industrial, to be perfectly honest. It also looks a little Shimano-ish with the black coated aluminum and that shiny bits. This generation, I'm able to take advantage of a carbon crank on this, which I absolutely love. The new XO is an aluminum, all aluminum build. I don't know how I feel about that, especially at that price point. I've kind of grown to enjoy and like the stiffness and the responsiveness of this. If you want to get carbon cranks on the new transmission, you're going to have to bump up to the XX series, which, you know, it's only 500 bucks, so who cares, right? Come on. The coolest thing about this whole system is they promise, and from what all the people who have actually gotten their hands on these things have said about them so far, is there's no more ginger footing around when you're shifting. You can pedal to the metal full power and recklessly, without any sort of care in the world, just shift, 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 shift under full power. That sounds pretty amazing, especially in technical terrain. It would sure be nice to just bang out into a higher gear without having to time my pedals perfectly. That is a hugely appealing idea. Obviously, they've done away with this derailleur hanger, and in the past, you know, this was supposed to be a safety mechanism and all that. I personally have only bent it out of whack. I've never completely knocked it off or anything like that during a ride. Funny thing is, during their little demo, they show someone standing on this derailleur and whatever. It just needs to work as far as I'm concerned. But apparently, losing that derailleur hanger and integrating it into the through axle, and by the way, if you're thinking about upgrading your current set, there's a caveat. Your bike frame, back here on the rear triangle, where the cassette and the derailleur hanger would normally sit inside, it actually integrates into that. So you have to have a compatible frame in order for your, you know, the new derailleur to even mount up properly. So upgrading might not be an option for you. This, like I said, is a 2022 model year, and it does look like it has the space in the rear triangle here for that hanger to work. So quick and dirty on the new SRAM transmission system. I think it looks amazing. I am all on board for the electronic shifting. It has been an absolute pleasure to use. Is it a game changer? Maybe. I mean, the shifting is faster than the old mechanical stuff. And if on top of that, you not only get the speed, but you get this added robustness where you can shift under pressure and not have to be as carefully planning about your pedal strokes, especially when you're doing real technical riding, I'm all on board for that. But is it worth $2,000 to me to upgrade? No. Would it be something I'd put on a new bike? Abso-freaking-lutely. If you haven't tried electronic shifting, get on board, right? Those are my two thoughts. That's my quick reaction to this. At any rate, Grant, Elroo Bike. Until next time, bye.